Nonsia abo Ghana de share mu nyina dwom makwaba Edeba DLFM 106.9 Emrasom so madwuma kase boy sase so animere tenase ne yade mu nkyere mu nyina da eba ebesom ne ye ka wo senso de aboaboa no so madwuma kase bo no ye kuchiri na kugebe fonten kase no so a ne ye dlfmonline.com afi kase bo no so nam DLFM yen app no ana afi so eye tune app on zan so be kwa Google Play anase Play Store, download ya na search DLFM 106.9. Kase bonam so a ubenya bi na watimi edi amayen. Afenso ya Facebook no eye adwuma, YouTube and TikTok ne nyina da DLFM 106.9. Kase bo ebe no ehunfo ne any video sa wo ya kucha koguso akwa ubenya na watimi ahwe ne nyina edi amayen. Afenso adwen chane mre se baje nyina kenkan wo Facebook no so na DLFM 106.9. Ensem titira ebedi kasebo ma akotini bi NFSM meka senkwanchi atumi asim awo kumase ana afenso krapopone mantem kwantempo no so a nipa baburu ba ko na meka se omunyina da atimi ahwere mo nkwa yede mu kiremo ebesoma numre
Omanpeniti eye committee omobo modin aye nhwehwemu ede afa eye petition omuditi a eye otemuafo Penny Gertrude Tokno na ndede ide yade a wache no asan
na so meka say efa Chief Justice ameka se Ghana manpani John Dramedy Mahama atwenje media sensan nkra betodwa ye breaking news kiremu sem Justice Bafo na Ghana manpani ebebo ni den se onkwankwa ye acting Chief Justice enfama o my Ghana
Osoafo na hwapomuden ho sam so ewo man Ghana mu abomodin aka eye Tamale Teaching Hospital jumayefo a wo ho anim kire se eye akade omudidi juma ewa yaresabia honom na yade a ebi enya juma yie
Ghana manpani John Dramedy Mahama resma to kiremu sem adisunya for mako bako apem mekire 1000 scholarship Roma eye school for wono bomodin ewo Enquires eye nhyehyere mu beboa pa mo so adisunya no etimi akwanka we nhyehyere ahodo a efa wono manfe nhyehyere de onuma wono ba bedi ewo man Ghana mu no eho
Evangelism ebekoso ewe ye Madina constituency nim na ye mrahebedwani owo ho eye lawyer so obomodin atete ni pampempem se na be yon beboa na ye evangelism na timi akoso ye ewo ho
esi akwahene kopiem apiem antewo ne satodwa kiremu sem oba bedua nua mako be ya apem ene ya no mekire 1500 eye coconut we kube na afenso ebi nso se ya ba beboa pa memia hodo matu galamsi asase no etumi akohye na aboa ma Ghana yakwaye no asan ejina ne naso
Masu koni na se alanchi eye monthly cleanup exercise no beboa Kenya eye ahonidie ho nsem sanso na amamre ho nsem so betimi akoso ye ewo mantemu
be ko piemu asantemantem da na efa Easter dwumadi etodwa na watwi mu nom krabeto da HMZ so peniam ono ena ye fanta edema weapon righteous ministry ye prophet Eliko Furia ka se kiremi se Yemwo na nsoro no Ghana fonya mosomfa so fi se meka se da asofwe ayadodo viet muda no ados mu nsa kiremu na asoroma no eni da wo mayim
yebebo aremu ewe nigede akase bom na ntia ya tene se yade ene dey hagia for real eba bedu o man Ghana mu
ebetwapo akopia eye Burkina Faso man mu dia meka se ne mpa bi abomutiri mu pose Burkina Faso man de ebuturo edane otafra sese wombetu na de so nanso mko posisi ani a ankwa kwageta mekese no entimi amaso yede mu kiremu ebeso makase bon man sema no pina na ka beso me se o madwuma kase bo DLFM 106.9 Lumba nsupa asu yesene eye dwuma ko mu de nsupa no momode atumi ani senti dwumade bia wo ya behia nsuo no we de mo fa kwada wo mayamwa we ne nsupa pa onya bi na fa so makoko no make say se efa bedintom se efa wade ase se efa yemfa ne yakoda Lumba nsupa ne patu papa maso makoko yi akwanya pa de magana hyenkafo no meketwe ko bi Lumba nsupa kache sansa na wonu trase kan se bo ya twe ko bi Lumba nsupa kache kotu so bi kwa china bosunda benya sika de go botom frempani fa homatrofo iso eya 0555 ne ya miensa na do 274757 ade aka ho anasa 0577 475 343 sasa ko pion dan so ba ne potema madam abanya meche butum ne shaponom eya adjacent to Lumba Sport esanso ben epia to sile mu pena wa dan so ma fa homatrofo iso daji mu chiremu won nchen eya 0557 349 401 0557 349 401 tase ko piemu awa fanko ne potema mama Vic ebutum mama Vic ne shop no ebe ofanko sport esanso ben worship ben ni pena wa fanko from ahoma true first na jimu nchiremu 0500 680 783 0500 680 783.
Na me come say DLFM free medical screening and obeko so ye May 1st afi we ye mu ebeko so ye fi kesiem hu abonte ono ma na ebeko so ye na ye Nhyiraba Hospital Limited and ye Help Motherland International and Wisconsin International School for na akabom and ye free medical screening yi eba so bomodin ai na to for hanom na bra na be hwehwe oni padwane san say ye koye benina awia ni nsuo ma ye nam nina na ya de ye pomu hu hia ye nti brana be ye nhwehwemu e de fa wapamudin hu na hu sane ekọ ene ne eba eye May 1st ya nti bomodin na be ye nhwehwemu
sanso na ye kanfo eye DL College Association panifo kuyi ene de amawom wonom eye nkabom ku a wata ye papa Charles Kojofosu Daddy Lumba ne nyom to achi ene afensu radio station a edi eda so eye DLFM 106.9 no wakrabo prema temum ne senti ekwei omobɔ adwuma ye pam na omobi mo akɔban mu a ebi wa monone ena bi so omaganam ne senti sa wokodo so bɛka ekwe ne nyina ye boa na de odode bodo afran perifa ahomaturu fo na fa ho bɛka ye ho na nyina ntia papa Charles Kojofosu dwumadi ahodo odie no akyirim frɛ perifa ahomaturu fo 0538 865 393 0538 865 393 wona dwuma ku aso yasene say yantrase ne yemfa omadwuma kasebo no emu nkyiremu mamesomo akenka afo so yemienu edi amejeso eye takwado kwadwokrom tweba wode hyekonkrom Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy B aka ehunsuo mpone mene
Adwoa Agyei Sikapa
ya da ye ho ya ba ya de kasebo ne nkyiremu ankasa ebeto aso edi asomo
DL News.
Yamamo akwaba afe kasebo no enkyiremu eniem mekase ne papa bro mako beye dubako ena wonom esusu se wodum nyinada atimi ahwerom ka foforo pinu so na biom da sese no emu edin ye pa ne nyina ne senkwanhye brane ena atimi esi wa manase estate junction am eno no won krabo pune mantemu ena afenso kumase kwantempo no esom na nkra no ekyirem senkwanhye wei esi ene de ada ahomache emna beye nonum apo e wona ebnade yi ofuru so obusumi anyego mi ne de taso eye aduonu mienu emfempem mienu ne aduonu enemmum na nka no ekyirem sem ayade afuwa tanka a esu petra the registration number no eye GR 1300-16 and afin so eye sprinter bus and registration number no eye GW 6510-23 emono chan ene so etu kwan enam kwanten points na mekese no kwakwanya nkwanhia enipa makoma bedu ba akode wo nyinada etima hwema mkwa fura pien so epepre biom da sisi no emu edin ye pam na nka no ekyirem sem eye fuwa tankai na yade anifre eye kumase a edina ne dia kyerɛ kapopone mantam ɛna afin so sprinter bus ne so Africa kapopone mantam a edina ni ede akyerɛ eye kumase na rosi mekoba ne nyina ne sem eye fuwa tankai ɔhyenkane na ne kumye kyese ne wotonko saa we de metonko nanso me ndayo saa na ekoso kwantempo ne so saa na firi ne kwan mu a ene sprinter bus ekohia mekese no ediba mako du ba ko de mekese no woni nyinada etimi ahwere wane monkwam na ka ne kyerem sɛ yesu hu municipal public relations officer ede Ghana National Fire Service ADO1 akono opare ohin Daniel ene sɛ hyefa chen command wo kyerem sɛ sɛ ekese yi de asɛm ne mo ya de papa e makopie no sɛ mekese ne de nipa ndo na ya de na sɛ ka na tete apansɛm te no wɔn mo akamu a ne yie na ya de paso mo modern agyina mo na so bomo no twetwe pray for the prayer mekese no wonom egusu hom abanyar sabia wonom eje eye nkwam wonom uchem se mekese nipa maburo ba edu ba akoro mu nyinada etina hwom ka mekese die emu eye pa na akono Daniel eje ekasemo no ne santrefo din komesem sein na do to santrefo anymore.
Say you do understand na case in the now I involve between two cars, a tanker and a sprinter. Say na case in the on the grounds I information. But I say the tanker driver was coming all the way from Kumasi and he veered off the road into the other lane and a possible sprinter no Emma a money pay na the national one. Then so fast is good you are saying na nyame charge na ebi no efimu ye nti ebi boy homoden ehye say ye nantie no e de amoden so e ye adwumaden e yi won a na omo enyiye no e de won ma ambulance service e fimu command and omo call the Sumun government hospital for ayaresa and e de won aka say report the fimu no so at the core, the mortuary of Suhum Government Hospital. As at now, the Nipa 5, 88 million now, almost 8 million. I share out of Nipa Nana was printed, and it was fully packed. The Nipa Nana, as a Nipa, roughly estimated cost, estimated figure everything down, 13, only reported as at now, the Ghana Police Service Command of the Port Mortuary.
I hope na share Facebook no so DLFM 106.9 ya video na to so about benya bi na wahwe pra ba hwe said the sprinter bus no atete aye pam nani a wote ye Suhum Municipal Public Relations Officer Edma Odumja adwuma yekuo no ne din Ed 001 akono opare ohene Daniel nene na wote ne kwakra mo no nsom na payment temu suafom ne din de reta awate ko piem ho no bi ana wo kire me se odisika botene 5000 Ghana cedis akwa koma Suhum abanya sabenso monye no mfa tuto tondro etumfa mo adehia won mapra won kwanhyerim na moe na won mo so enyira mo pomodi mo sem se de asi de ye pa no bo no mpa ye se be ye beboa na prefo no mapra no won mo ho atumato no so de same sei edeto nsantwere for enim.
Our attention was drawn to this accident by the Eastern South Commander of Police, Ghana Police Service. That's rather unfortunate this morning, early hours around 5:30 a.m. A major accident happened here. We follow up, RCC follow up with my team to the hospital. We were informed that 11 people have lost their life, 2 female and 9 men. There are 2 that are in very, very critical condition. There are several others at the hospital right now, being taken care by the hospital administration. It's a rather unfortunate situation, and it's just unfortunate that it's just close to the Easter. We just returned from the Easter break, and many people were not expecting this. We have seen that it may be the problem that the driver is tired and maybe he's asleep. We just want to let people know that if you are driving and you feel tired, just rest somewhere for a while. We also want to tell car owners that maybe after this Easter, they should have allowed the drivers to rest a little. We want to inform all car owners that we make sure we give occasional briefing to our workers that if they are tired, they need to rest. We want to tell all drivers in Ghana that these periods are period that people are returning those after them. Some are going to be referred to the Koforidua Central Hospital to be taken care of. We want to assure all Ghanaians that our men are on the road. And we are also thankful to the Ghana Police Service, the NADMO, the fire service that came to help the accident victim. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much.
Ani a woti ye payment temu suafo ne den edirector awate ena ote ne Enquires Sikapa de asieni asem awra hopa na ba Facebook no so a DLFM 106.9 ye de video na to suntu ba benya bi no wahwe pa se nipa maako be ye duba ko kana na omunyina dawu ene yada
obi mfun so
enkwanhia onshenkani akwada
wabra park car no na day
debi
it's by force was so drive ya wabra wani kum no was so drive na wode ko
sika awra ho se ye di yi se mpa wia ne sa akwantufo frinkran akokumase a ta emu maako duba ko omunyina wu adan
semwe o maka ka so hwe no wabra pe baby tina na rest uwia no watoa so eno
the rate at which Enquires ekum Ghana de hye nyankopan nim ne kure ni nyamia nim ne kure ni obi akra fie so otu kwanya kwa ba o wa hoden hwenye no onyade o netim kaja obi mfum so keke no munyina wu
we utu kwanya na to ne adwendwen
we enwisi bebam ekurofro bebam inyanka bebam adan adehye mo hwe abusia enenne omo afri asase we su kwayo emu oya ya besre ya hyenkafo munye bi mu aye wai na afidi aduro de yankwa eda semu pa hwe krachi ya oda hoi oda mpa yesu na ye do senya sisi binum so o awurade nyankopon hu ye mobawa ya omen ye bre osika
Kwadwo
eden sika yanko ye nim wai
Yantoa kasebone so na mampani John Dramani Mahama atwen otamuafo pani Gertrude Tokno asan ewa abra oti committee so moye nhwehwemu efa petition no moye edit judicial official anum na statement beto odwa no mampani kire ade a wapene so ewa abra ne council of state for enya nkitahudi de fa asem ne ho na nsem a moka ewa statement nim no afiri article 146 clause 6 enu ne free Ghana mamre anim a kire se committee no nhwehwemu kese de fa sobo amode abo court judge ne ho a cheso mampani Agyei atuma se die watimi atwe otemuafo pani Gertrude Tokno etimi assign no mo ode omo kan committee ne ho Justice Gilbert Scott Palmer na Justice of Supreme Court Justice Samuel Kwame Edibu Esedu enso Justice of the Supreme Court Daniel Yao Domlevo former Auditor General Sanso na Major Flora Bazunura Dalugu eso Ghana Armed Forces Professor James Sefadiza Associate Professor University of Ghana Entesesi ani de Ojina Futua Council of State for etu no Article 146 clause 10 Ghana Mamra na no bo modia ediyi Chief Justice etimi esan ya se de Gertrude Tokno otemuafo pani man Ghana mu ebio
Watching us in Sion.
Kwadwo wanya atwena san.
Watching us sign. Say one tenant chain. Na omomodia enye hwehwemu mfa ne nsebo no ho. Ansa na mwahu ba bia sebo ne be konti sika sa na ese de na breaking news bi atofom ti. Yemfa mra sisi ya why.
DLFM breaking news. DLFM breaking news.
Yamamo akwaba na putipru enkra yensaka chiremwam Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama wabo openia ono Oye Supreme Court Judge Oye Senior Pa wabo adwuma na cheye pa ne den ede Justice Bafo Bonny Justice Bafo Bonny so no enkonkwaye acting Chief Justice ewo mra Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama watwe sisi Chief Justice otemofo penny Gertrude Alaba Esaba Tekno dwumadie ede asensan na Ghana for beka ya Justice Bafo Bonny de obewura mu ewo ba anase ye aloyafo ekonum ewo fempem dunkron ene ade wotwe baako mekire 1981 ene bepe ko ma adwumadin ye pa say otemuafo anase lawyer ni ewo man Ghana mu a okokosome we circuit court judge ewo Kumase afenso okokoye high court judge ewo duaya nkwanta eno ewo bonamantem ene wachinso Supreme Court aye akane Ghana mampanin dada John Agyei eponi den ewo ye homabosumnem ewo mfempem mienu ene wotwemete 2008 June num na obone den se ono enkonkwaye appeal court judge ne sanso ana Paul Kwadwo Bafo Bonny onmra Ghana for beka ya 2012 petition yeto abewe Ghana mampanin dada na adangwa gufuado atam ko gina court to say ya wiane nti wanom eni asamfama na openia ne den ede Justice Bafo Bonny ka hu biombo mbaden etra asam so ntiene meka sene Ghana mampanin John Dramani Mahama nkra betodwa chiremu am Justice Bafo Kwadwo Bafo Bonny wabone den say ono nkwankwaye acting Chief Justice emfama oman Ghana nti weni putupuru nkra atodwa de kasebo yade esemo enumre
DLFM breaking news.
Sika ayam penifo ka semte sabe sayena setwo enwro ya yempam ho danta nanso we di amsa awura ne sa
dia ya na ye no
se me wafa si
utu ne fo me kai pass wentie
waya de se waka me wafa sa se me ka che sen ka be yanka wonsi fo zia de atwe na nya awro ti danta no penifo apam enya be di twa na awura ana manka ne yi
eno ano on shedding
ho na shedding
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, mommy.
Me what I say?
Aye.
Gertrude Alaba
Esaba.
Me what I say? They said I'm parade or no me kai no say one.
It's a woman no more shedding.
Kwadwo on okron. Sika yanto akase bone so em. Ne mo mfawre mo Ghana ma panin John Dramani Mahama de sam atudwa echire mi sem. Wanum betimi asu. School for mako eye apem asene me kire 1000 scholarship number ma eye student across ECOWAS member state ni nyina da ewo wiase afre na nyina Ghana mbibima mu nyina omugo bia wanom ekosu apom me kire Ghanaian university omo Ghana mu nyina na tumi abom mo nso etumi akọ school na be eye pabene pabeboa ema oman so yetumi akoyanim ewo mputemu pam Ghana man pani semu ade tudwa emra na ECOWAS dwumadi am wadam hyehye ede fom fimi na etoso aduenu me kire om 50th celebration dwumadi a ekutodwa wa Accra International Conference Center na Ghana man pani John Dramani Mahama ede nsem we ede atudwa Ghana man pani ekire misem won be kwaso body maden etimi aboa mama me ahodo a wonom eka ECOWAS dwumadi ni ho no nso school for mu bie no wonom modern batumi akon kama bi man so yetumi akoyanim yepam ewo Ghana NF de bi me ahodo ni nyina da empuntom Ghana man pani kasem na o kire misem Ghana be kwaso abodwumadi ye etimi aboa bi me ahodo atwa ho ahye nyina etumi afo ntoma podi efo titiri no efa homa so mu ye nyina so yetimi atene Ghana man pani John Dramani Mahama ede sem sei ede tudwa wone dwumadi no ase.
Distinguished guests, let this 50th anniversary be a turning point for diplomacy in West Africa. Let us invest more in early warning systems, mediation capacities, and youth and women as peace builders. Let us position our sub-region ECOWAS not only as a political and economic bloc, but as a diplomatic anchor for the continent, a model of integration, dialogue, and peaceful coexistence. To mark this moment and strengthen regional bonds, Ghana is offering 1,000 scholarships to tertiary students from across the ECOWAS sub-region to study in our universities. This is not just a gesture, it is an act of solidarity. It is a bridge to a future where our young people will grow up seeing each other not as foreigners, but as partners. Excellencies, as we look to the next 50 years, let unity and solidarity lead us. Let that be our guide on how we respond to insecurity, how we manage our diversity, and how we build our prosperity together. ECOWAS must remain a forum for listening. It must be a space for healing, a home for visionary African-led solidarity and diplomacy. Ghana reaffirms its unwavering commitment to the ECOWAS vision and to the values of dialogue, peace, and partnership that sustain it. Long live ECOWAS. Long live West African solidarity, and I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you for your kind attention.
Any awoti ye aya Ghana man pani John Dramani Mahama nene ana awoti ye na enu echi no ana president edima ECOWAS commission no eye Omar Aliu eye Tuale eno so akasaye ena ochire misem ECOWAS ne de o mabọ bra papa o ma konka ne yipa edehu behia pa se betuma celebrate o mabọ o mabaso pese nkodi o mopo no e konka ne yipa ona so ade sem sei ede to edwa.
In the current context, many would be forgiven for asking if there is anything about ECOWAS that should be celebrated. Our response to such cynicism is an emphatic yes, and I have my reasons. First, ECOWAS is the most integrated community in Africa. In a recent interview, Alhaji Aliko Dangote lamented that he required visa for over 30 African
DLFM 106.9.
If an entrepreneur of Dangote's caliber can go through such hassle, can you imagine what ordinary people go through to travel within the continent? Thank God, no ECOWAS member state is among the countries that require Mr. Dangote to have a visa. This is because ECOWAS has adopted a free movement protocol that gives each ECOWAS citizen the right to visa-free movement, the right to residence, and the right to establishment across the region. These freedoms make the ECOWAS community the most integrated regional economic community on the continent. This, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, is a good reason to celebrate. ECOWAS has an effective trade liberalization scheme. The ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme is ECOWAS's preferential trade arrangement. Since the inception of the trade liberalization scheme, more than 15,000 companies have been registered under the scheme and benefit from the preferential treatment within ECOWAS for more than 50,000 products.
Any awoti a president Edema ECOWAS Commission na ne den Edi Omar Aliu Twali nene na awoti yen eno achen so no soafo no na hwe oman na afiso amano nkita hodie so meche foreign affairs minister Samuel Okudjeto Abrakwanso ekyerechera bekwasam a eda ECOWAS ekuo ntemu ekiremu sem omaga na de fa hodie de dadampo ansa ne yene agase nuanomfo abia kuta na jelafo sidi omode de Ghana de yakoya nemu ye pafa ku adwumadie ni yakọ nka ne ye pa no kyechem dwumadie ntia omaga na yen na eku adwumadie a efom finhye aduonum ho no esire so ewo man Ghana mu.
Since Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah convened the first All-African People's Conference here in Accra from December 8 to 13, 1958, which in many ways served as the ultimate inspiration for continental African unity, Accra has long been considered a preferred consequential meeting point for the attainment of our integration objectives. And if I may dare add, the first All-Africa People's Conference formed the philosophical foundation for regional blocs. For it was at that conference here in Accra that a steering committee representing the various regions of Africa was elected. Ghana is internally honored and grateful to host this historic launch and to set the tone for year-long celebrations that will unfold across the sub-region. And let me say on a lighter note that I take note that big brother Nigeria is here. And as I tout the credentials of Ghana, the usual rivalry will begin. But even though they are big in economy and in population, they know we are older. Ghana is older than them. We became independent in 1957, and they learned from us 3 years after, became independent in 1960. So allow Ghana to blow its horn and tout its Pan-African credentials. It's all in good spirit.
Nekura mono ena Samuel Okudjeto Abrakwanso na ochire mi se dwumadi a ECOWAS kuo no edi omaga na mu no enya de omaga na ena efa ka na mu no ECOWAS communities ni nyina da ena omacha ka na omofa ni senti mo bi ntenafie enka so we dia ka abai Ghana man na ebo ho ko chire mi se da bida ye nyina da ECOWAS kuo nya na fa ho ka ono nyina etu ni senti mo bi ananwen se Ghana ena ebo eka we enyina da.
As chair of Ghana's ECOWAS at 50 Planning Committee, kindly permit me to express boundless gratitude to all colleagues and partners who worked tirelessly to make this event a success. I should highlight the impressive sacrifices of the Ghanaian private sector, particularly media organizations who rendered services gratis. Your full sponsorship of this launch is a loud affirmation of your continuous belief in the ECOWAS vision. I will be remiss if I do not acknowledge the ECOWAS Planning Committee, led by ECOWAS Commission Vice President, Her Excellency Damtien Chichenbija, for their remarkable contributions and exceptional team spirit. We remain indebted to the team and certainly indebted to the Deputy Chief of Staff, the Honorable Stan Dogbe, and his very industrious team of event planners. Your Excellency, for those who might be wondering how this grand launch fits into President Mohamed's exemplary leadership of austerity, may I place on record that funding for the ECOWAS at 50 launch has been a shared responsibility. Financing this launch and the 2-day Extraordinary Council of Ministers meeting scheduled to take place right after the launch has been almost entirely paid for by ECOWAS member states.
Ani awoti oswafo no ena wo hwe oman Ghana ana afinso amanone enkita hodie esom Neden ede Samuel Okudjeto Abrakwa.
Yentwa kasiabone so na oswafo na hwapomudi ho nsem so ewo man Ghana mu kwabena minta akando ekoye Tamale Teaching Hospital no Northern Region no kodu wodi nanuko hu yente no nam so mo ka omo ye adwuma ewa yare sabia ho nanim ye papa no akona nya de oto nkra se wo kọ akosra wo no kodu wonom no na chese machine so mudi ye adwuma ewa yare sabia honom na chese nini na enye adwuma te se ye ventilators nini na ewo emergency unit wono enye adwuma ye MRI ye scans nini na enye adwuma ana o chese adenti ana muntimi enka oha we enfenkyere eye impenifo no muntimi embeboa mu na emomu ye sana kwete sɛ de mpanifo ɛyɛ omani ɛde amamu na so nya saa netie na obi ba na obegya yaresa no mabomodin a transfer ne sɛ onko baby fofo ade amu ye die ani entwa ye kra ana adwumayɛfo a wɔ hɔnom kyerɛ sɛ nyɛ sɛ ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛka o na emom ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ ɔsoafo yɛ te ɔmo ase na kɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo ne ntena ase na kɔmo nka asɛmi hu esan sɛ yɛ ade ɔmo soso ɛha ɔmo yie pa na wɔtwe atwa ɔmo yi krampo ana obi ɛbɛhwere ne nkwa esan sɛ ventilator na ɔmo hia de adi ne ho dwuma no ɛnya ade ana ebi wɔ hɔnom na bra ɔmo twetwe nkɔmɔ no nsɛm sei ana ɛkɔɔ so.
And life has been lost. That's why it's blown up. No, can you imagine if it was related to you are not also understanding. If you have that mindset, you will get the impression wrong. Sorry a minute. I told you to keep quiet, and you're not keeping quiet. That's not how to work. Your approach and your mindset tells me that that is perhaps why these problems have not been resolved. When you don't do that, I have to keep quiet. You're giving me, I've tolerated. What do you mean by you don't understand why this is blown out? And life has been lost and you think it shouldn't be blown out? One life is important. I've ignored your protest. But you see, also, I want you to highlight the problems you have been going through so that we can be seen attention. But don't say that, oh, it shouldn't be blown out. One life is enough for it to be blown out.
We have to be honest and discuss issues. That's why I'm also trying to you see, we have to be sincere about the facts.
Eni ya uti ye eye ne ekoso ewo soafo na hwapo mude ho nsam so ewo man Ghana eye kwabna minta kando eni adwumayefo mo watamale teaching hospital no one northern region ana o chese dwumadi omudi di omanya ade ye kresan se bibie ne wosamo man panifo aso te se ne be yo betimi abeboa mo
yanto akasebo no so na ye momfa ngura mum ewo pie matani enko pie mo ewo asiakwa ne asiakwa hene a ono no wo achim abua kwa nanom atra enkonwa ase no make say yista dwumadie no ekoso ye pa mu ye da pa wa pie mantamum na da sebra doctor twum ampofoto so mienu ede jepa atudwe kirim sem oba begina ne naso abon homoden atimi aduana apem baako ana afi so hanum 1500 eye trees ebeboa pa matimi abo me ahodo a wanom atu galamsey asa yakwaye no atimi afantoma pa atimi ediafram na da sebra kirim sem ni oba bedua no emu apem eye kube enua na afenso eye emu makomako hanum 500 nso ebeye emme no babedu ya panetumi abo makwaya ahodo a enipa bi atufu magudi asensase no asase no atumi eje naso bio da sebre doctor ampofo toso emienu meka se no okirem sem opese oje ne naso no boa na otumi dua nua no makomako 12000 trees na otumi boa na asia kwa eye ochehene eye osagefo amwatifo poni hihye pod atu dwa pese oboa na odua nua makomako pepe baako mekire 1 million trees no eso betumi ate ewachem abua kwa na matrankonwa de tia boma omanga na yatena yahodo a ewa pie mantamu na illegal manis na sen no eso etumi ate kram na mekese na yade a esia kwa himfia etumi atena se adua enua makomako beye empem 9 mekire 4000 trees na mu etumi adua mekese no wonum ehwe ne mu sem wombetumi atumi adua eya pem baako na hanum mekire 1500 trees etimi aka ma nyina ka bom amsen total no be ko ye 5500 trees betumi abo mekese no akwaya hodo ade hye bi ase no wapie mantamu no eso etimi ate kram na da sebre doctor atuma mpofo ekire mu sem sane moto mu tu nyina no ekire mu sem ensase ahodo anipa bi enam koti kwan so ase ne nyina da ewase akwamamu no omo gina we so etumi abo makwaye no etimi eje nase bium ode nsem nya de tu jama mboden ekwansrahwe ebo dwa data ekwaside eyeda background dwumade mu di ya da sebre doctor twuma foto so mienu ekase mo ekire mi se ochima ni mfahene ono so gina mum echem so begina de tume so etimi aboa aba akwaya ho pan ana afinso atan ya hodo a enipa bi esene no eso atumi ate sebe beboa na liga man adwumade omudie no ase betimi to ewapie mantamum wakasa de kokobo ede abo ade hye na omo won se mekese de bo ho maden ma mekese no de ahye ede to galamsey so important nanso ade hye nyina mo ne chibe na mu dinya ntumi mu a na galamsey hodo akoso no eso ntumi tini nyanso be de anua boa ma apie mantamum so enua afantuma pafram akwaya hodo ase no etimi ejene naso ojimane ensem training kontri go fiwa twetwen ko nsem sei na odato kontenhene anymore
wo musa se galamsey ni na etu ase edi wo musa ye boy ho ade ase betu ase esra ban so se ombeka ye ho na kakra ye betimi eye edi aboa no se omo sei no
almost say yeah some munjai na ye to mase kakra ye bitimi aye ediaboa asase no so ne say almost say twitwa no na yeso ye say yakuma pa ye wo and atema ye wo ma asase ne nti no yeso no we give back to the land ekwan be ne befa so aye ye be duadua nnua no mutwegu no omutwa 10 ye be dua 100 twa baako ye be dua mienu saa ne ye ko ti enu se saa na mo we etua ebe boa ma sebe nsase se obana asase ne da okwa frefre se fa betu galamse na mo ba na kubedua bi siso a edin se obetwa saa kubedua no na wo se na wo de hwa galamse enti no making ye trees ready e krabe coconut 1000 and a palm trees 500 tree planting in idea yesterday ene ya yedi mi see so no na me start here na sisia na eba yepese ye phase 3 ya 2 phases ye dua enya over 4000 na me kai yura 25th anniversary no yura ye say opeso dua 1 million trees e ma me tu me no tu say me so me dua 12000 e de aboa no enti no ye guso ye dua 4000 utifi 12000 mo aka say 8000 ye guso yeah ananu mwaye ema ya hoden na omummaye adofo ombetimi aboaye ama etimi achieve sa milestone medamase ewo
ani a wotie akopie mo ewo pie mantemu a obo adwumadin ye pa ono ena ye esi akwahenen ne den ededa sebre Dr. Twimampofo a otoso emienu ama ne boy ye nsem twere ne continue kofi obo edefira pie mantemu edebesom ye
Yantua kase bone so na mrahye bedwani de mama di na ye mpesua ne so lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu Easter holidays no bo modern akonslashe ewo ya sorry a ewo ni mpesua ne so na nslashe okoye na wo hwese betimi aboa sane ebe ye betimi ahye timamfo ne kinana kom abom sanso na ye anije ne odo ene eye nkabom na betimi akoso ewo honom emom se ye oye mahye bedwani ewo madina honom na obehwe se eye mahye bedwama adwuma ni no betimi ai sanso na nigidi owo ewo nyakopom mu ne so no obeba modern edi hu dwuma na ye sorry okosra wom Baptist Church ene Queen of Peace Catholic Church sanso na Assemblies of God Church ani na wo Madina Central assembly no na baby bi okoye bi okire se ye ade atemamfo ni hu hia no papa into obehwe se om ye die betimi akoye ede ama wom sanso na ohye Church of Pentecost for obo se mfie miense da ye nim nu ade obema om canopy se na ebe ya Easter convention so mu ye nina no ombetimi aboa na Easter convention no etimi akoso ye ade ama wom sanso na mabu na wo honom so obema om opportunities akese na bibia etimi akoso ye ade ama wo sanso na obeboa no atete ni pampempem se na ebe ya evangelism ho sensem so ebekoso ye ewo Madina constituency ni
we here and the medical team any aso ni bi partners Assemblies of God ye free medical care this am new kasi ya Queen of Peace ye free here consent any other churches are ye gusa ye ni omo and share just the lab na as I said community access Christ go am be wu we say na ye nyampa na Christ ba ye say on the hu be bo afode ye dia man as a Christ bi hu abo afode man ye hu be hia say ye nso ye hu be bo afode man afo as an MP no that is exactly what I seek to do. Wait, you know, I think we made this one to be a missions program. The missions program, no, ever training about 1,000 young people. I have embarking on street evangelism, hospital evangelism to make sure say Odona young people on the door, yeah, and now from my name, they are being a man. The best with this hour, Odona, and they are not in your cinema with a mass.
Yay, Mrahye bedwani de mama Madina constituency no lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu na maniboye nsem troni Elvis Kuma Samson ana de besom ye
nti wana bo na watwi mu koye evangelism wo kwa sempatre waya de se me ne kofi su koye de wai kofodua
emom
tie no ano no ka kire Samson se me chia no wai Elvis Samson Kuma
oje so
anantuo tie se me chia ne pam yantu aka se bo ne so ne yefia adi fa nkire mum our sentiment na kofala by edema no weapon righteous ministry prophet Eric Ofoli adensam ede atodwa ekire misem Easter adwumade otodwai eyade mu ode part sesabi anomanam na hu behia pasa Kristo wo made ade supedie ma wonu musu na moban no ene Kristo ase efrisem atete pastor Kristo ni bagya tum so ye Kristo ni de nanso no de biada otiaso dem sabrabo no ko dada na ochema ba ne se ya enko anka ne yekuram osafo pon aka se kyerem se e wo sa kristofo gidie no etumi ne susanso pa ede ba omanfo no so titiriw ene mamu ne nyina ne hu ne say yes enipa we oyo kristo ni mapa okwa asore ne hu say yes enipa we di osafa tende ne senti na brabo ayen susanso o man so na beba se koba ne bakwa asore de dwumade be hya ne nsa so meso manga ne wa wi manga na sika gurubotom na obo mu se todi a ha adwenje pam abi osafo pon ede smart dwa kyerem se asofo mo manga nam edu ba bia mbotom ye mo dedodo enso da mo manga nam asofo yi osi V8 na mo ni moto kasa kase na mo de da mu se o kyerem amredu se mo betena se na mo si schools na mo aboa na nsoro ma no so o makọ school ni be free mra mo ntua ka prevision nsoro ma si gara mo aboa no a asofo mo de si edan enya betinem de hwa mo yere mo ne mo mponafo a ma modin na mo fa sika ne be hwa fa hwa asoro man osofo kyerem se samba maden na mo si school dan e de budget emebu na betua mo man so daache yakoya dem ti asofo no nyansa mba si school dan anaso mba si dan papa and ade fa tena mu a na mo yeska da hwa mo yere mo kuto mo asam mo no na o manga na so entumpon e won pontu mu ade nsem sei e de to yanim
ne dey no kyerɛ sɛ esu a Kristo da na di no sɛ yɛyɛ da na di a na kyerɛ sɛ Kristo wusɔre na yɛ kai no ɛyɛ adwuma ti de mɛka kyerɛ amansen nyinaa ne sɛ yɛn na suban papa adi Kristo di ɔdɔ ne baaye yɛma ɔdɔ ɛna adi ɛne ɔdɔ na kɔyɛ sɛ mepɛ bibi wɔ hɔ ana meda ɔdɔ adi akyerɛ minya bibi wɔ hɔ de a
DLFM 106.9
na hoɔden no ntimi nyɛ adwuma nti sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ Kristo wusɔre no so yɛn so de a ɛne yɛn na ɔdɔ adi na de wafom yɛn no so yɛmfa nkyɛ no na yɛmbrɛ yɛ ho ase sɛ de Kristo brɛ ne ho ase no nti na no Paul etufo no Kolonso asafo no ɔka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ munyi akoma bɔne ɛne adwene bɔne mfiri mu na monnante sɛdeɛ Kristo ɛpɛ na monni Kristo enwu ensɔre na ne nkwa no munya bi weni mafutu a mede ma adasama nyinaa ne ɔsom no nyinaa yɛ baako is Hosea 4:6 kan ɔse nimdi a ɔman ne ne enti ɔman ne yera na ɔsa kan ɔse sɛ obi pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ɔsɔfo na oni nimdi a sɛ ne bakoro nsɛm fata sɛ odi sɔfo enti education si yɛhwɛ yɛgya no Romanfo a baabi a ɔmo si asɔda bia no mbi school ɛkɔ hɔ ɛno mu na yɛn so yɛsua na yɛn atoa so na o hyɛ aseɛ dia sɛ de tie bia no bibia ni wiase a yɛfa no bɔkɔ but utimi yɛn so a Awurade ema na nsɔlema no so abɔ mo modern because ɛyɛ ɔmo ani gye sɛ yɛsi school ama wɔn na ɔmo ba ne free na school fees kura no yɛn gye bi na
ɛne a wotie osofo Paul no ɛna wɔda No Weapon Righteous Ministry nano our Sante Mantemo na den at the prophet Eric Ofori and our ten ken and our chin so for money bisu chechiri mu ono mu nim di omowo efa Easter ho bi mu so kasa ye chechiri mu a na mo de nsem sei e de to nsentwerefo ni Nhyiraba Sikapa nso e be kire de mu fia
se omomfo omohoma Kristo na wodo ohoma Kristo a omanyansa omanimdie omantiase omanhunumu enti ade bi ho a wokoye kura wo bekai owu sori etumi no na waye den na wajai enti fapem ne so omomfo omoma Kristo na Kristo na be kire omkwan amen paso de bebre because Yesu wo na amayenya fa ho die ye na nanka ye nsem fata
DLFM 106.9
sorry na ma adom ayede adom ye yenso ye wa fichire ya bafie Yesu wa me nyankwa Yesu wo amenya fa ho die abusuamu baabi a na ye fie nam Yesu wo so na manfaso ayede adom ye ama yenso enimonyam ayede akan ti Yesu
eni a woti ye members a wonom esom ewo No Weapon Righteous Ministry no emu ewa santimetenum wonom enka ena woti we ne ye gina we so ada ye ho ye ba sofa na min sofa ebeto aso
Makwantu ohun sam aye medadwen nanso me yansam tro ne nti menya adagye ye hwehwemu ekohu Sunday Sam's consult na wonom nti ende metimi ba menya abre ne adagye ekenkan ye investigations about womo ana me hu se wo apply for visa assistance a emfeli efri se wonom ewo track records madanse die nie ma me nintrel Sunday Sam's consult edi Britia wabi ebeje wo visa ama wo. Say we call United Kingdom, Canada, Dubai,
Poland, Croatia, na afei kura de Serbia, any Greece nso abeka ho a work permit etechiri. Ma menchira wo mo echiri kwan. Sunday Sam's Consult ewo Ofanko Barrier, Asofan, our Bay Wise Park Hotel, ewo Asofan New Station Honomoa. For number 0244 291546. Email address nso samuel626@gmail.com. Yeti ehudi enti, we connect dreams with opportunities. Emanenye wadwendwen frɛ wonom na nso bedi adanse empo asede media.
Yamamo akwapa afia kenka madwenkyerɛ ne bie na yɛmfa nso mo na yɛnkɔ yɛ ne mo akase bonum wei efri piaga na wɔkyerɛ mi sɛ John 10:35 Emmanuel amakofi bua wept osunye piaga kyerɛ mi sɛ oh my god always sad news Ghana de bia awurade hu yɛ mɔbɔ dada na bibia nsesa yɛ Master Planner Junior Kentampo na wɔkyerɛ mi sɛ adentina Ghana mampanin John Dramani Mahama ontumi mfa putipuru ɔhyɛ amfa to galamsey so ne yanya atui enti ubonto dada Ghana fo na wonya atumi na ne oba ye die galamsey ne mutu bi nti no muntumi mfa ɔhyɛ mfa to na Ghana mampanin yade hu ye pam no kyerɛ mi sɛ greetings go out to Honorable Charles Watin Oti incoming Greater Accra Regional Assistant Secretary that's a pam when so free Bismarck Didon no wɔkyerɛ mi sɛ ɔhwɛ live Eddie Free American House senior yɛ da se pam Ghana ni yɛ ba wɔn nkyɛn nansa na no tiewe na asɛm we die ya pa ya papa
DLFM.
Se wote nyuma eboya ene sofa no areho pa ne nyina ne se ade hia wo no mutu kwan akọ Asante Mantam Kumase akọ ankonye nkwanhia enipa mako dubako kana na munya da hwere wo no monkwa enam tanka driver na ni kuma ni senti we veer off from the lane akwakosi sprinter bus eso ama ade hia hwere wo monkwa Ghana ni nkwanhia de biada ye bodawuro ekọ na eba na nipa hwere ne nkwa de na so akọfa bai ye nyante yempo se ukopie mu obo asimpo a ewo so akọgyeta emebia se egusa yem hwehwemu akina ye de muntumu ba besom mo ohu enti nkwanhia kwa na ekọ so ade hia obedware abapada utukwana akọ wuwe no Ghana ni uso musende ne ye ne abọ ne nkwanhia yi eso atumi ate 30 seconds wo ba abọ ne tone yenko yanim 0534050199 and 0593406565 0534050199 and 0593406565 yes emo ya pa hello majo
ejo so ofa mabutu
ofa fum ni
de misebo danso man
sina yes ni
o yes akura na fe de travel ni kura fa ni fe ni
oh
ofa ade kakra betimi aka kire mpendifo no say yes sira o mo ya kwan no o mo ye no two going two coming at least we must say akwansia na so nye yikura so bete kakra ofa obi to asoma me why
me da se pa wo fa fum say won so bo wura mo wo so betimi aba 05340 50199 and 0593406565 the rate at which ankwansia ekunkum Ghana for no in fact emoya hello majo
oh yeah Nhyiraba
senior we dey ni ba bia kasa free
yo media na to me a bridge and come and
oh champion she ye de
she pa
senior me yente wa numre
numre de manya Lumba super ya majima konya misimu de na chese ba bia ewu ama ya meka ne se ye kwan no enye no ye besre me da bia ya meka ho se ye driver no dodo na nkwancha na ekoso ni fie DNT na ukura kaka we na wabre na wontimi park na wonda kasa ye besre omo kantra wo nsimu ye ba accident ama a chance wo kura na esi o men
Eden
na da bia occasion duwa ni ehwere akra
yo
meko no biaba
me da se bebre mate senior hello majo
na kwanso
kwanso senior
Eske dodoa.
Champion, and made yes, any, may entail.
I assess as I ho. Na American says this is Minister of Road. I've said on a GPR to you from no one else for. No one should maybe to us say that drive cars are casino. It is our time say Amunda.
Okay.
I'm on back in Amunda.
You.
It is our time say Amuntu. Now you're quite and yen so you're simply for almost almost say Quana so many.
You.
A Quana should be careful. And drivers and say, be almost sprinter drivers and say speed is almost on top of Waskaka. If there's a speed in Nima and go blank.
Okay.
And yes, so
hello, Majo. Oh, Facha me went to me and as we bet to me a pa. Ye fa for no bay me, you know me as a penna. Yes, sorry, you made so. Hello, Majo. Hello, good evening. Hello. On Timmy coming funny say hello, good evening.
Papa.
I'm fair.
Oh, good evening.
Made you so, Maura.
Bibia wako die.
Ya mi adom me hoye pa. Na me wura na ho. Yentiu.
Ayara wasem. Ya. Da ubekra ofie se ko ba bia ba. E du wo be ko fi ana so ba sem de ko fi se wawu. Asema mi gusu ka de bia. O ya kwanso so mu be tie me pa. Ma ga se de bo se ro di bo te ma kwanwe. Amama fa ya mu pa. Ano papa men di dia men munsu ati asembone ama besinne minimimu efise obi merciless life wa agile ni oba no papa mi kunu kwa adwuma we kuni free anko si baby enani pani namo tita mi say besi no otime to nampa besi am say oh we bia mami e se ni ti ana merciless abai mi gusu sere papa Don Dramani Mahama, ya kwan. Bebe no mwa ye no contract e nko fa no de adwuma ne ma no ma se da anya adwuma ne yie. Ti ma kwensa na ne gusu koso. Wo tu ne ni so hwe kakra na da Roma misre no. Isengu sai na Yesu dodo.
Me da se bebre mama, ya me nshira opa. Hello Majo.
Ba so good evening.
Ma ho fe wo din ba bia kasa free.
E ba so fa ma e mi kasa ti ko mi saba.
Ba cho me ntiu.
Oh, yes, they are good. The new
Eddie.
Driver, when you come up, and I was brain your shit, and you think I can see your community campaign to my city. What's so in for you, for lying, rather for 1 hour, not to make sense.
Amen.
No, she was any Amen. I drive up for a macan, more for when you are you po. You need her. What you tell not a driver, you be big as an apple, can I? So we will now you for to close maker. Last one, I'm a car crash. I drive and bed, you're the infant. You see news to be a essay. Oh, for car, not say, car knows the traffic from my uncle and Tiak Yadi. I'm a little also to me, what years she come.
It does say.
Because my
no question. Yes, yeah, that's a pa. Hello, Majo, I'm my last caller. Hello, good evening. Senior, we didn't be a case free. How many to chase into Bejina Kakramame? Hello. Hello, good evening. Senior, Jinaya Kakara, how many to chase into Yantu Kaye? Aha, with them, may entail, we didn't be a case free. Senior may entail. Wahoma no emwakura facha me pa wahoma no emwa me. Hello Majo. Hello.
Hello Sammy.
Isinia Dixon Bada ko droba chimadu ko champion me ntia ni.
Na me tira on adwuma pa bo make Mangana.
Yeah, that's why my last caller.
Ada me celebrity yes ni di entwe na woni made ya pa.
There be o.
Ade bi ya pa wo Mangana ha we eda. Udi tia won tia se. La lekot 3 years ni Machimba MBA was Machimba being national security Akwejuma Oba Pukua some road double road, no bit double road.
Sure.
Nilim Malikas ni bi fit cross we no could trifa no so communicate up to now 3 years na ekoi court mu ya asem enka bi da o yere wo ma a na me su eka adwo na Ghana hardware se tanka driver da abre ayo se jeta me bi ni Ghana henti wo kum ye ntoje efa wo mu di free na so nyame a ofa na bo onto te mo no bi di nya asa ma yen bye bye
me da se pa sa won so bowura mu wie na frefo ne yesrada enya de ebetumi afa bi oyembre no edi atia ye pa na no ikura Sikapa nyame nko a ankatanka dry baby ekotwi fo mo kasko ne totwene kwa ewokureyim abaya kamente se okuku no me anso just last week was it Friday no it's a Thursday na tanka driver bi so sa ko boye ka to atwene na kina yebeya mu hu adwuma wo fie hapa mo sa tanka drivers ne kina yebenya mre na hitmat na ase a yebeya mu hu adwuma enti ye nka no bebire wa ha kase bo no ye de asi emusemufo no eya maze mebere antwene se mu edemayen kofitere hu abotre echinchim bibia de gugu Facebook ma kasegbe wunya bi ehwe yem DJ Zigibin so eya senior technician on duty anime on the chinchim afudeni fruma edemayen akenkan fo ebesoma ni mbere no edi amegesom eya takwade kwetwekrum twoba wode hye konkron Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy B mene
Adwoa Agyei Sikapa
Sikaya so ho na eba Zigibi
send the apakan GH or the away ni kakra
enti awoso eneba tema mu nyina mu enitia adehye
ade wakabu mu ana iso awo no mo ha wani sa